Arsenal 5, Leeds 0. Now, when you look at 5-0 at full time, you think, right, Arsenal absolutely dismantled Leeds. And we did in terms of the scoreline. We put 5 goals past them, obviously. However, that was a very weird game of football because we weren't scintillating. We weren't playing free-flowing football. If anything, it was quite the opposite because we were playing slow, boring football at times. And it was almost as like we were saving energy for when we go to Anfield next week, which I kind of get because Liverpool away, it's a big game. However, we still did look a bit lethargic, or a bit quite lethargic in that first half. And to be fair, the whole game we were playing at the exact same pace pretty much, apart from maybe a little spell at the start of the first and a little spell at the start of the second half. And to make matters worse, we've lost 2 key players today. But before we do get into it in more detail, remember, like, sub and share the content around. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree with whatever I say today, but we're going to get straight into it. First half, when the team, I'll start off with the team lineup. To be fair, what I said I wanted to happen in the match preview happened. We saw Noni Madueke get a start because, to be fair, it's Leeds United. Whether Madueke plays or not doesn't matter. It's, to be fair, he should be playing because Gabriel Martinelli, after that performance at Old Trafford, did not play well at all. And to be fair, neither did Noni when he came on that same game. However, Leeds United at home, you may as well start him. And to be honest, I saw nothing at all. We did see maybe a few spells when he was on the right hand side for maybe about 5 minutes. However, you can see this guy's game is very, very scruffy in terms of that. He holds onto the ball way too long, he tries too much, he's slow, he's hesitant, and that's the reason why I just do not rate this guy as a footballer. He's not decisive enough. His decision making at times, or quite a few of the times, is not that good at all. But we pretty much saw that the whole game, even when Saka came off, which I'll get into now. That's a damaging one because, like I said, for him and Odegaard to come off, and to be fair, I thought Odegaard started the game well. He looks very lively. His decision making in the final third was a bit off at times, but that's what you get. That's what you get with Martin Odegaard. And for him and Saka to be gone, that is a damaging blow to the team. And to be fair play to Ethan when he came on for Odegaard, he actually done all right. But yeah, to lose your captain and to lose Saka for the game next week, and the fact we've lost Havertz already for injury. That's 3 players we've lost for injury already in our attack, especially. To be fair, stuff like this was coming. We knew Saka was not 100% fit from last season when he got that injury, and the way we've handled fitness over the past few years, or to be fair, in Mikel Arteta's whole reign has not been great at all. But that's just the story of this guy's tenure. The amount of players that have had to play through injury. We saw Declan Rice play with a broken toe last season. Odegaard came back and didn't look fit at all, coincide with his bad form as well. And then Saka's come off. Hopefully he's alright. Hopefully it's not too bad, but it didn't look great at all. And you can tell by his body language it wasn't good. Now for next week, Arteta has got a lot of decision making to be doing in regards to who's going to play, because will Madueke play on the right? If so, will Gabriel Martinelli, Trossard, even Eze, will he start? He'll be given his debut on the left. And now that Odegaard's out, who's going to play there? Will he trust Ethan away at Liverpool, away at the current champions? He won't. I don't think he definitely won't put Damwin in at the start, I'll tell you that. However, this is his chance to actually play a proper lineup in terms of starting Ethan, starting Eze. He probably will start Madueke. Will he start Gabriel Martinelli after his dead performance last week at Old Trafford, or will he go with Leandro Trossard? This guy's got a lot of decision making to do for that game, which I'm hoping he picks the correct lineup, but we've got to see during the week what the situation is in terms of the fitness, because I don't think Saka will be available next week. It looks that bad. And Odegaard, to be fair, because he had a shoulder injury, it looks like, but then he was holding his leg at the same time, which, you just got to see what happens. But like I said, he's got a lot of decision making to be doing. But getting back onto the game, like I said, not slow, boring first half. The first goal, to be fair, it looks like it was an own goal. However, it seemed Julian Timber just got a touch, and again, set piece again on Leo. We are getting our goals from set pieces. That looks like it's still there, and that is, to be fair, at the moment, it looks like our only way of breaking a low block down, because the amount of times that we were able to play through the middle, and we have the players to play through the middle, and we never did. It's starting to get, like, we had this last season, this issue, but for it not to be solved, and we're still playing on the wings, trying to cross it into Gyökeres, yeah, it's not good at all. But we did go 2-0 up in the end, playing through the middle, which is something that we hardly done that whole first half. good ball through to Saka from Timber, and Saka, who isn't even that good really with his weak foot, strikes that perfectly. And there was one chance in that first half for Victor Gyökeres. For me, it looks like he just snatched it because maybe he didn't realise he had as much time as he thought he would have, because it looks like he thought, oh shit, a defender's behind me, let me quickly just hit it. But to be fair, he should have maybe took a touch, because he would have been onside, I'm pretty sure. And then, yeah, he would have had a goal. And to be fair, he scored 2 today. One very good goal. Getting played through in behind the way he should be getting played through, because that's how you get the best out of it to Gyökeres. And then pretty much running by himself into the box and slotting it away. And that's one type of goal we'll definitely see a lot from Victor Gyökeres this season, because that is the best part of his game. Running off the shoulder, running in behind, and just being a striker, not a boring link-up play, going out to the wings, trying to link up with God knows who. But yeah, I'm happy with Victor Gyökeres, and to get the penalty as well, to get a brace on your first Premier League home game in front of the fans, that should do him a world of good, and we're going to need that for next week's game. Apart from that, second half was basically cruise control. Leeds were never going to get back in the game. They had nothing at all, and we just game managed it well. We were playing in a similar tempo as it was in the first half, but there was definitely more space in behind. And you know, especially when Max Dalman came on, you saw how lively he looks, how direct he looks. And to be fair, I never watched this guy in pre-season as much as other people done, because I heard so many good things about him. But seeing him in a Premier League game, there are definitely some good things there. I think maybe his finishing has got to work on, but other than that, he is looking like a top talent in the making, and he's only 15 as well, which is crazy. Doing his GCSEs this year, that is wild to me. But yeah, Ethan and Down on the same pitch is definitely something I want to see a lot more in the future. Whether we see it next week, I don't know. Hopefully we do, because that would definitely be good to see at Anfield in a big game. However, this manager, would he have the balls to do that? Probably not. Yeah, apart from that, we weren't really troubled at all defensively. They forced a save out of David Raya from a corner in the first half. And apart from that, there was one other situation where David Raya had to stretch and it looks like he injured his arm. But that's it. They did nothing. That's what I expected them to do. I knew we beat them. I thought they would get a goal from one of our stupid defensive mistakes. However, those were few and far between today, which is nice to see, because defensively, we got to be on point come next Sunday's game. But until then, got the 5-0 win, got some goals in this team now. It's nice to see, and we just got to see what happens in terms of player availability. But that's it from me today. Remember, like, sub, and share the content around, and I'll see you lot